Alrighty, folks, we are back at her. I think our plan of attack today, because I have not made it to town yet to be able to get some gas for my torch, so I think we are just going to quickly, tonight, whatever you want to say it, is we're going to try to make this other bracket really quick here. Well, we'll see how quick we can do it. It should be pretty straightforward. Like, it don't have to be perfect because you can't see both sides. Well, you can, but they're kind of hidden under the light. But I don't have a way to cast this, and I don't even know if they made a different side. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it out of metal. And I don't know. Hopefully it works out. It's kind of the plan. We got our one light. I got my other lens somewhere, so I guess I'll dismantle that one. We'll use it as my template to stab things to. It's kind of the plan. So, I don't know. I think it should be pretty straightforward, but hey, what do I know? It looks like it'll be like two pieces of metal, and then we'll kind of figure out how we're going to bolt everything together. At that point, I don't know if it matters that it bolts. We can probably just weld it on, but this is a steel bucket, so. Anyways, let's tear this thing apart. Let's cut a couple slivers of steel, because really this just looks like two pieces of steel. Yeah, there's a lot of flaring, but that's just a bunch of hammer dolly work, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then like this part, the way it flares out, we might have to just like take a stretcher shrinker to the edge or something, but I think in the end this one's going to end up getting welded on the car, because that'll just, I don't know, because it'll be more harsh edge. It won't have any edge, like there's no build up to it. I think it'll end up just chafing the metal and the paint and screwing it up, but maybe not. I don't know. If I do anything, I'll make it so it sits permanent and it'll bolt from the inside down. That way I can just leave this on the car if I got to do some work on it or pull this off or do something. That's my thought. Now we all know that'll change. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, not exactly sure how I'm going about this, so we're going to experiment multiple ways. But seeing how this thing's this way, I got to make the curve the other way. So we're kind of going to just start making stuff up at this point, and whatever, it's just going to be what it is. This one's curved in, so I pretty much got to flip this side. I got a bag of sand here, and then I have, I don't even know what the Princess Auto or something, just a rounded hammer. So we're just going to kind of beat some shape into there and see what happens here. My bag's a wee bit dusty. It's not even working the way I want it. Let's not use that. Let's try some random dies here. Like a, I don't know. I'm going to use a dolly. No idea. We are just wildly swinging at stuff here. Just see what happens. Not really working the way I wanted here. It's got shape. Not the one we want, but Well, this technically is supposed to be the big long side, but I don't know. That's not bad. We're just going to take it to the stretcher shrinker, though, because we need this to... I think because we got an edge on here, we're just going to try to see if I can get this to do this. Actually, well, the bottom has to go. We're going to make the bottom first. We got to make the bottom do what the top wants. I think once we get this thing kind of rounding a little more, the top is going to naturally do what we want, or we'll just beat it in the shape. But let's see what happens here. Let's overdo everything, and then we can just cut off what doesn't work. Let me take these out. This might make it easier. Well, it might work. Stick a little more in the middle here. Boy, this is tough. It's because can't reference anything. I have to reference the bottom, which is cool. And then we'll take for granted these sides are somewhat the same. So I think now I just gotta try to forcefully, or we will hammer this thing around this edge. I almost feel there needs to be a lot more stretch in here. It's got to be more natural. I am going to hammer this around here. Let's try that. So this is supposed to be this side, so... And this is supposed to go around the front. Boy, what a hard bugger to make here. Let's just forcefully try to push it. Nope. How can we do this without wrecking everything? Man, that is stiff. How do we go about this thing? Yes, I think we can just do a little bend. As everybody says, yeah, we're getting there. A little closer. There's a little valley in there, so I'm kind of just using it as a reference to bang on things. We can always try to fix this inner part after, like stretch it a bit. Kind of like, I'll find a sharper one here. We'll stick it in there and just see if we can tap us in that little valley again. Seems counterproductive, but yeah. I think we gotta just stretch it some more. This front wants to come, but I have no way to press it around here. Unless... What, can we do this? Oh, that was not bad. Sort of worked. Wish I had a way to vice grip it on there. I guess we can try this and see what happens. Not working the way I want, but Maybe I can use it to hold stuff enough that I can beat everything else in place. It looks doable. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get my anvil. It's just an old railroad spike that I just kind of trimmed and did my thing. But it's solid, so I can beat on it. That's kind of the... Only thing I got going for me is I have spare one of these if I happen to screw this thing up. Well, it's getting there. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. Well, the top part's getting there. Now the bottom's like really out to lunch again, I think. I think if we go here and just hammer it along the edge, we can kind of get it to flatten out a little more. They're not bad, eh? I think it just stretched out. We're going to have to trim it down. I think we got to go back to our paper template. Here's our paper template. Maybe we just got to trim it accordingly because as it stretches out, it gets a wee bit bigger. We can kind of see that here already. Like right here, you can see our edge. This paper does not want to play the same game. Find a happy medium here. That's not terrible. We're not crazy off. Need some scissors? All right. Hopefully these scissors work okay. Oh, there we go. More or less. I don't know why that's so much bigger. Let's work walking that edge out. Not bad. Considering we're only mirroring it to this side because that's the only reference we got here. We'll need more, but I'm not sure. Let's tackle the other side, which honestly should be easier because we can just beat it to this thing. Like I can just do this. Much bigger. Can use it as our template. It's going to need some stretch of shrinking to it as well. Doesn't want to hang in there now. Not too worried how much of a mess I'm making because we'll fix it up after. I don't know. Brute force seems to be working. At least for me. It's a bonus I have a template here. If you didn't have this, this would suck. I'm not sure how you would go about it. Man, all these hammer handles. I don't know. It's not perfect. It's getting there though. We're not going for perfect. We're just going for usable. Honestly. All right. There's a lot not right with this, but we're starting to get some shape. Maybe we can kind of zap it together and then continue working it. It's kind of my guesstimate. This one goes there. This one goes there. If we can get our backs to line up here, then we can kind of try to shape the front because it'll kind of hug this thing a little better. And then from there, it'd be pretty easy to work these outer edges, I think. All right. Let me trim this up and let's give her. Well, I think that turned out great. Look at that thing. They're not perfect, but hey, you can't really see most of that. We got to build a gasket in here because it's a little rattly. We kind of made the bottom this way. I'm not sure how. Well, I know how. What we're going to do is go straight up in, and I'll nut and bolt it inside the light socket. But you know, compared to the original, these are. It's close enough. Let's put it that way. If I put these up, we're in the zone. It's got the same similar height, everything. I just welded it on because I didn't want to deal with like this thing cutting into here, and then the bottom I put a base on it. We'll still have to figure out some kind of a rubber trim around it just so it doesn't knife into the paint, but this one will probably be better because there's more surface to bite onto there, but I think it's going to work out good. Buddy and I were looking at it, and we pretty much both figured the same thing. This would look better sitting on the fender because it just makes it look a little wider. So I'm thinking if we went somewhere like that, bolted on, I think that would look great, personally, versus on the side of the car. Like it would work, but I don't know. I think the fender mount's the way to go. Anyways, we can probably start, we can pop some holes in there. We can see what these things are going to look like on there. That would be pretty cool, I think. Why not, right? Well, if Pablo would get his big head out of the way, I think those things look great. Hey, you're not going to get out of my way? Why not? Close to supper time, that's why. All right. Well, we got our lights on. Pretty happy with them. We got their bumper. I got to still get some gas, so I think this is about all I have time for tonight. But I did see a set of these bumpers on Marketplace, and they look quite a bit the same. Yeah, I know. It's like supper time, eh, guys? You're making this really hard for me. Hey, right? Especially you. Yes, I know, Pablo. Yeah. Hey, you're the bossy one. Mm-hmm. All right. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. All right. Anyways. So, I found a set of these bumpers. They look similar on a 30, what is it, 5.6 Ford. But on the Dodge, it's got a couple set of body lines in here, which is pretty cool. So, trying to look at that, but they're really expensive and really far away. So, we'll work with the garbage I got. Anyways, I think we're going to have a little shorter film. I think I'm going to leave this one here. I want to thank you folks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff done up in the front. Right now we got 2 hungry dogs that are waiting for supper time. Oh, you're looking at treats? Is that what you'd rather have? Would you rather a treat? What have we got here? I'll give you one. I'll give you one. That'll keep them quiet for a while. All right. Anyways, folks, I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.